Welcome to Blush Rose Tarot. This is a space where tarot and astrology meet. Today, we're going to look at the energy of Mercury conjunct Mars at 10 degrees of Pisces. So Mercury is representing like your thoughts, your communication, and really how you perceive things. And then Mars is action, instinct, and drive. So when these two planets meet, the mind and the will begin moving together. So your ideas are going to want movement, thoughts want expression, and your words can really carry some force. But in Pisces, this energy moves through emotion, intuition, and even some imagination rather than just like pure logic. So this transit can feel like a surge of mental and emotional energy, think inspiration, creativity, and in Pisces, strong intuition. But it can also really blur the lines between clarity and projection. So let's get into some cards here and see what we can do to really help move through this transit. Page of Wands, the Moon. Oh, cool, because Pisces, Moon, the Hangman. Okay, let's get into this here. So the first card is the Page of Wands, and this is spark, curiosity, a message, an idea. It suddenly feels really exciting. The Page of Wands carries the energy of inspiration and exploration, a desire to move towards something new. So under Mercury and Mars together, this card feels like a moment when a thought becomes motivation. Something is catching your attention, but the page is still learning. It's enthusiasm without a full map. And that is important to kind of keep note of. And then we get into the moon. So immediately the atmosphere is going to deepen. The moon represents intuition, emotion, dreams, really like the unseen layer beneath the surface of things. So in Pisces energy especially, the moon reminds us that not everything is as clear as it first appears. So there may be inspiration here, but there's also uncertainty. The moon is the realm of instinct. It asks us to move carefully through emotional waters rather than forcing clarity too quickly. And this is where Mercury and Mars in Pisces can feel powerful but confusing at the very same time. The mind wants action, but the path may still be forming. So that brings us right into the Hangman. And the Hangman, this card it really just changes the pace of the entire spread. So the Hangman represents a pause, surrender, a moment where movement stops so that you can really take some time and shift your perspective. Instead of rushing forward, this is inviting you to a different approach, like seeing the situation from a different angle, quite literally, like the Hangman is upside down. So with Mercury and Mars together, the instinct might be to act immediately, but this card is saying something else. Sometimes insight, it comes when we allow ourselves to pause just long enough to see clearly. And in Pisces especially, wisdom often appears through like reflection instead of force, which, can be Mars. Pisces wants us to kind of wait and reflect in that. Okay, let us get into an oracle here and give a little bit deeper meaning to moving through this, Sorry, that is way too many. I'm going to try that again. Okay, what do we have? We have two. I'm going to take the top one I saw first. Okay, principle. Oh, Jupiter and Sagittarius. Oh, I like this one. So this energy speaks to like philosophy, think truth, and really deeper beliefs guiding your action. So Jupiter and Sagittarius, it's asking you important questions like what principles are you acting from? Is this impulse or is this wisdom? So Mercury and Mars together can create powerful momentum in like communication and ideas, but Jupiter reminds us that the direction matters. So when actions align and with like a deeper philosophy or truth, it's going to carry a greater meaning. So when we look at this as a whole, it's a pretty clear story. The Page of Wands brings inspiration. The moon reveals like emotional and intuitive currents beneath that inspiration, and the Hangman invites reflection before action. And principle reminds us that, like the choices we make now should really align with the deeper values that are guiding our life. Mercury conjunct Mars can create urgency in thoughts and speech, but Pisces teaches us like a quieter wisdom. And sometimes the most powerful action is not rushing forward, but allowing that intuition to guide the next step. All right, thank you so much for spending time here with me at Blush Rose Tarot. That is what I have for you today. Until next time, take what resonates and let the rest